morning, Bulls. It's Friday, February 6th, and I'm Morgan Martin.
And I'm Samantha Taylor, and it's Morgan's birthday, so if you see her in the hallway, tell her happy birthday. Welcome back to this edition of Bullseye magazine. We're talking sweet cheeks today. Let's take a deep dive.
Have you ever asked a question, gotten an answer, but still wanted to know more? Us too. Welcome to Deep Dive, where we find a question and the answer and go on a deep dive to learn more. This week's question is, what was the first candy in space? It was M&M's. Let's dive in. Way back when, in 1941, M&M's were designed as heat-resistant candies, specifically advertised for soldiers during the Spanish Civil War and World War II. Thanks go to Forrest Mars Sr. and his partner Bruce Murray, hence Mars and Murray M&M. Produced in New York, New Jersey, the candies were created in 1950 and featured a black N imprint on the M&M. It wasn't until 1954 that the black imprint was changed to a white one. That same year, peanut M&Ms were released, the superior kind if you ask me. Caramel M&Ms are my favorite. Anyways, the original colors include red, yellow, green, brown, orange, and violet. Red M&Ms were removed from production in 1976 due to the red dye number 2 scare. Later, in 1987, they were brought back using a safer dye. Now, back to our question. M&Ms were brought the Shuttle Columbia in 1981. NASA food scientists chose to include M&Ms because of their candy coating which prevented melting and due to their small size which prevented crumbs from getting into any dangerous spot in a zero-gravity environment. Since then, M&Ms have flown in over 130 space missions. Today, M&Ms have over 60 different flavors and are one of the most popular candies in the world, being sold in over 100 countries. Yes, and for good reason. That's a wrap on another episode of Deep Dive. I'm Maddie. And I'm Kylie. See you next show.
Sophie and Kaylin have a few of your top headlines from across the country.
What's up, Bulls? I'm Sophie.
And I'm Kaylin, here to update you on the latest news.
Elephants are said to never forget, but this elephant bull in Thailand has now caused 3 tourist deaths.
Named Owan, translates to toe jam in Thai, lives up to his name as the elephant trampled and killed a 65-year-old man who was walking with his wife in the national park.
Authorities plan to correct his behavior but failed to elaborate, leaving tourists with unanswered questions.
DHS Secretary Kristi Noem also leaves questions unanswered when she announced ICE agents in Minneapolis will receive body cameras.
After multiple videos surfaced of the killing of 2 U.S. citizens, Noem announced the addition of body cameras for the purpose of transparency.
The video filmed by the agent who killed Renee Good and by a bystander in Alex Preddy's case contradicts claims made by Noem.
Suggesting these cameras that will be expanded nationwide once funding is available will hold the right people accountable, according to Noem herself.
On the flip side, a 13-year-old Australian boy swam 2.5 miles through rough ocean waters of Western Australia to reach shore and get help after his family was swept out to sea while paddleboarding and kayaking.
After nearly 4 hours of swimming, even without a life jacket, he reached land and alerted authorities, who later located and rescued his mother and 2 younger siblings just 9 miles offshore.
Rescuers and police praised Austin for his courage and determination, saying that his actions ultimately saved his family's lives. That's all we have for you today.
Reporting from Bullseye News,
we'll see you next week.
It's feeling like winter here in the Sunshine State. Will things warm up soon? We have more from Jasmine.
Jasmine here with your weather for today. Today is a high of 59 with a low of 41. Now, why has it been so rainy recently? Right as we begin to warm up, another cold front has moved across Florida and/or is currently moving across Florida, and it is causing even more rain. As you can see on this model right here, you can see most of Florida is casually covered by this humongous rain blob, cloud, whatever you want to call it. But it is also causing some gusty winds between 25 to 30 miles per hour. And temperatures will be dropping for a short period of time before we begin to rise back up to our usual 70s. Now let's take a look at the weekend temperatures. Saturday is a high of 65 with a low of 45. Sunday is a high of 69 with a low of 45. Monday is a high of 69 with a low of 48. And Tuesday is a high of 72 with a low of 49. As you can see, our gradual warming up is starting to happen, thankfully. Now, that is all for today, and I will see you guys next time. Go Bulls!
For lunch today, we have mac sticks, chicken tenders, cornbread, baby carrots, and fresh fruit.
Sticking with the food, the Super Bowl is on Sunday. And did you know that it's the second largest day for U.S. food consumption? More than 1.4 billion chicken wings are eaten, 8 million pounds of guac, and a 67% increase in pizza deliveries. Now let's get more into the action on the field in this edition of The Debatables.
Hello everybody and welcome back to The Debatables. Today we are diving into a clash of QB narratives, the Sam Darnold redemption versus the Drake May myth. This is the most improbable QB matchup in history. Sam Darnold with the Seahawks went from being a bust with the Jets to a 14-3 Pro Bowler this year. Meanwhile, Drake May with the Patriots is a rookie trying to do even what Tom Brady couldn't, win a Super Bowl in year one. John, you take the mic.
Thanks, Jake. Drake May is no myth. Drake May is an elite quarterback. He had the #1 quarterback rating in the NFL by far. It was a 113.5 for him compared to Sam Darnold's 99.1. I mean, he took the Patriots from a 3-win season to 13-win season. That's insane. Now, what do you think about that, Jesus?
Well, what I think about it is that Sam Darnold, I think he's coming up on a huge redemption arc here. You don't have to be too hard on him because he went in his coach years over at the Jets and he had his coaching in Carolina. But he has a huge clutch factor every year, or even this year. He has huge clutches coming up from this fourth quarter, and he had big shots like Geno Smith, but he does it more refinedly, and he became just a mere quarterback to being a $100 million saver for Seattle. I think he's going to be doing great here.
Whoa. Whistle on the play. Great points, but it's time for rapid fire. Who's going to win the Super Bowl this year?
I think the Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl this year because Drake May is a better quarterback, less interceptions, just a better overall passer, and I think that's what's really going to matter here on top of the defenses. It's two elite defenses. It kind of really cancels out. I think the quarterback matters the most here.
And I think the Seattle Seahawks are going to be able to win this. They have the experience, and Sam Darnold is the older quarterback here. He has more experience over Drake. I think that will be the deciding factor here.
All right. What's the game score prediction looking like for this Sunday?
I think the Patriots are going to blow the Seahawks out. Drake May is the better quarterback, and I think he's going to show that here.
I think that the Seahawks are going to be able to slightly inch into victory. It will be a close game, but I still feel like they're going to be able to just come out with a victory here.
For the final question, for a fun one here actually, what is the best Super Bowl food?
Burgers. Burgers by far.
I think wings.
All right, so you guys both had really two great points, but unfortunately, John, you're going to have to take the L on this one. Jesus, you won with some really great points. But as always, you guys go to the Instagram, scan the QR code, and vote for yourself. That's it for the Debatables. See you guys next time.
As our girls wrestling team grows, our parish program gets stronger. We have a full in-depth look through the Bulletin newspaper on our school's website.
That wraps it up on this Friday's edition of Bullseye News. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and like our YouTube page. If you'd like something aired, please send us an email at pchstvproductions@gmail.com.
We'll
see you next week. Have a great Friday. And as always, go Bulls!